Amazing.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another awesome video. Today we've got something exciting for all the DC fans. Everything we know so far about the new Clayface movie from DC Studios. We'll dive into the latest updates, tackle some big questions, and explore a few interesting theories.
Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin.
What we know so far. DC has been doing an amazing job recently, starting with the Penguin's huge success and Creature Commandos. There are also a lot of interesting upcoming projects, but what is next? Mike Flanagan has been expressing his interest in developing a Clayface movie for a while now. Well, the wait is finally over. It was recently revealed that one of Batman's antagonists is getting their own movie, and it is not the Joker this time. James Gunn has been teasing that a new DC project was green-lit recently, and it seems like he was talking about a live-action Clayface movie that Mike Flanagan is involved in as a screenwriter. The movie aims to start filming by early 2025. It is still unclear if this film will be a part of the main DCU or if it will be a part of Elseworlds. Clayface from the comics. Before we get into the movie, let's talk about Clayface a little. He is one of Batman's antagonists in the comics, and there have been multiple versions of the character. Many people have been taking up the title of Clayface, but the most iconic one is Basil Karlo. Karlo first dressed up as the Clayface killer he portrayed in film after he was replaced by another actor. He was stopped by Batman and Robin and was sent to prison. Many have donned the mask since, but came back as Clayface after he stole all the other blood samples and injected himself with it. He had the ability to change his appearance into that of whoever he wanted and was one of Batman's enemies. However, he became a part of the Bat family later on. His origin story was altered in New 52. Here he gains his abilities after making a deal with the Penguin, who gives him the mystical clay that transforms him. However, Matt Hagen was the first Clayface who had the shape-shifting abilities. He is the one who brought the character back into the spotlight in Batman the Animated Series. He turns into a monster after he is doused in a radioactive pool that has protoplasm. There are multiple versions of this character and one's even female. Each version has its own powers. I wonder which version we'll see in the upcoming film. A few Clayface arcs. A popular story involving Clayface is The Mud Pack, a 4-part Batman storyline. It was published in 1989 and written and illustrated by Alan Grant and Norm Breyfogle. This story introduced Clayface's most notable version, the Ultimate Clayface. The issue starts with Sandra Fuller, the Lady Clayface, who goes to Basil Karlo to make plans to take down Batman. They also break Clayface III out of prison, and it is done so by Fuller using her powers to take on the appearance of Looker. Karlo also takes Matt Hagen's remains with him. They gather all versions of Clayface to kill Batman. He is captured and tortured by the Lady Clayface, who uses Looker's powers. Karlo also takes samples of blood from the other two Clayface. The real Looker helps Batman, and the two find Karlo after he has injected himself with all the samples, which turns him into the ultimate Clayface, making him stronger. However, Batman defeats him with the help of Looker. Another popular story involving Clayface is Captive Audience issue 24 from Batman the Dark Knight. Here, Clayface is locked up in Arkham, and he meets Mogsy, the guy in the cell next to him, who is a huge fan. Mogsy wants him to tell him about his old rule, and he is happy to do so. He tells him the story of how he made a deal with a Penguin for some magical clay to turn him into who he is. Everything was working well for him, however, the Penguin soon came to collect his debt, which made him commit crimes that ruined his career. When he finishes his story, he realizes that Mogsy has died and decides to break out of Arkham. In the next issue, he goes after Penguin and tells him he is not working for him anymore. He also kidnaps and injects people from Gotham with a Joker venom, and he makes them watch him act. Batman finds him with the help of Black Canary, and after a fight, he is knocked into a vat of boiling liquid. He is taken back to Arkham and is placed in an airtight cell with heaters that keep him in a liquid state. Probable plot and release date. Everything about the film is still under wraps. We have no idea when the film could be released or even what it is about. The character has made an appearance in other projects. In Batman the Animated Series, he was voiced by Ron Perlman, and he was played by Alan Tudyk in Creature Commandos. Even the Gotham TV show had this character, who was played by Brian McManaman. However, this will be the first feature-length appearance on the big screen. The film is set to be produced by Matt Reeves and Lynn Harris through their company, Sixth and Idaho Productions. Theories regarding the movie. Flanagan is popularly known as a modern horror icon. When he first expressed his interest in making a Clayface movie back on social media in 2021, he wanted to make a standalone that had a vibe of a horror, thriller, tragedy. Since he is involved in writing it, the movie could be made along those lines. Until then, we can all go take a look at past Clayface appearances, including the most recent one in Batman Caped Crusader. A director has not been found yet for the movie. Many sources claim that the movie will not portray him as a villain, so maybe we'll get a movie about the origins of the character, or it could even explore the character after he leaves his life crime behind. He did work as one of Batman's closest allies after. There is another theory circulating that Eve Carlo, a sex worker from the Penguin who is loyal to Oz, has something to do with Clayface. The original Clayface did have Carlo as his last name. Reeves mentioned that the Penguin featured origin stories of other characters too. Fans seem to think that Eve's last name does not feel like it is a coincidence. Maybe it connects her to Clayface somehow. At this point, all we can do is wait to find out. After the release of The Batman, there were a lot of speculations that this character would appear in Matt Reeves' sequel. However, Reeves comments that his universe would not fully go into the fantastical, so I do not know where that leaves us with this theory. Marvel's verdict. Well, with that, guys, we've come to the end of yet another video. Clayface will surely be an interesting character to watch in a standalone film, especially one that is written by Mike Flanagan. It is great that DC is branching out and telling other stories that are not just done for the cinematic universe. Which of his story arcs from the comics were your favorite? What do you think will happen in the upcoming film? What stories of his do you wish to see on the big screen? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, if you enjoyed our video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.